23 years ago, I started with a firm in Denver doing background checks. And at that time, it was all telnet, it was faxing, CD-ROMs. The technology wasn't quite there, and the business that I was working for wasn't geared to move in that direction. So I left after 2 years in the industry, but with that company, to start my own company and start developing more of a software-based business. I needed to have my own software to have the ability to grow. A lot of the businesses at the time in that industry didn't have their own software. They were leasing other people's software. So the vision was to be able to call on clients and give them what they need, give them the custom services that they need that they weren't getting from the current software situation.
So when I really decided I wanted to try to get into this industry, obviously Mark, and with Precise Hire and wanting to license his software, I went and did some additional due diligence to look at some other competitors. And what I really found is if you want to get into this industry and going with a competitor's software, that's what you get. You get software. You've got to create your own infrastructure of an organization. You've got to create a customer service department. You've got to create an operations center that's doing any manual searches or verifications. You've got to create a finance team. You've got to basically do everything to build this organization.
Think of it as this. So like an IT company makes routers. They can only sell routers to people who need routers. They can only sell routers to businesses that need routers. If those businesses have already bought routers and don't need them any longer, then they can't sell to those businesses. Every business does background checks. Every industry does background checks.
When I finally decided to make this move and sell my business I had for 13 years, it was a simple transition. The infrastructure was already set up for this. The customer service was already set up. The vast network of relationships with vendors was already set up for me. All I had to do was create an LLC, learn the value of background checks in the industry and how to sell it, and I was off and running. It was that simple. When I started out and really needed to understand this industry, there was such a knowledge base that I was able to draw upon through Precise Hire and this network. They gave me all the training I needed. They gave me the information of the industry, the vernacular to be used. They gave me the value that I needed to get across in a conversation with a prospect. All of that support was already there for me, so it was very simple for me to absorb all that information and digest it, and then turn that around and immediately turn it into something I could go to market with.
Here's the advantages of working with us on this. We take care of everything. We have the relationship with the motor vehicle records. We have the relationship with the credit bureaus. We have a relationship with 3,600 different county criminal record vendors. We have the relationships with the employment education verifications, all the automation that we built into everything. So when you join our team and get into this industry, we've taken all of those steps out. Literally, we're going to have you up and selling within 2 weeks.
When I got started, I set out a goal at 6 months of where I wanted to be. And getting going in that first month or two, I really saw the value of this organization and what we could give to clients. What that translated into is me hitting that 6-month goal in month 3. It's something where you're going out, you're having the conversations with individuals, and really what you're learning is 2 things. 1, they just want you to get that background check to them faster, and they want you to do it at a lower cost, which is what we specialize in. So for me, being able to go from 0 in the beginning and hitting a $10,000 a month mark in month 3, which was my 6-month goal, was something that was very promising to me and really catapulted me into the success I had over the first 3 years.
We're looking to partner with some people that want to own their own business and grow. Literally, you're just going to set up demos and we're going to do the demos for you. We're not going to ask you to do something initially that's not going to generate you money. We're going to do all the selling. We're going to do everything until you're up to pace and able to do that for yourself. So we're just trying to minimize the risk and at the same time give you an opportunity to make $100,000 a month and put your life into cruise control like what we've done.
So if you're like me and you own a business, or you're stuck in the corporate world, you're a firefighter, a civil worker, it's some job that you're just tired of doing, this is why we've created this opportunity. We want to give you the chance to come in and build your own company, but all the infrastructure is already there for you. I mean, I'm going into year 3 and I'm going to invoice for $170,000 this month, which is way beyond anything I ever thought I'd do. It's given me financial freedom, but more importantly, it's given me time on my hands. I work a few hours a day. I play a ton of golf, and it's really fulfilled my life because I've achieved the building a business, and that's what we want you to do. That's why we've created this opportunity. We want to give you the chance to come in and build your own organization with the support of over 80 years in this industry. We want you to come in and be as successful as possible to where you're given this testimony, where you can be making $150,000, $170,000, $200,000 a month and only working a few hours a week.